Namaste, welcome. So we already did the Mangala, so I will just kind of continue. So we had left off at this point in the previous session today morning. So let's continue from there. So we are entering the 8th section of the lesson, Anvaya Kramaha, which means how to do the reordering and proper inferencing of a shloka is what we are going to look at now. Okay. So let us just read this slowly and then try to understand. Sa Satyavachanad Raja Dharmapashena Samyatah Vivasayamasa Sutam Ramam Dasharatah Priyam. Okay, so Valmiki he likes lit lakara, I think. Just let me. Yeah, I think they're all in lit. So lot of his past tense kriya padas are in lit lakara and from some tough ganas also. So many people appreciate the verb spread that he has used and all that. And so these kavis, they play with us. Their knowledge is so vast and deep. They play with us, and some of the deeper guys understand this play. So from verse to verse to verse, they go what all verbs he has used, how he has traveled across the ganas, and all that can be appreciated. Anyway, so let us simply understand this. Sa. So it is a lopa sandhi of visarga. Okay, so visarga lopa sandhi. So saha is what it is. Saha. Satya vachanat raja. So vachanat plus raja. The takara has elided into a dakara. Vachanad raja. But originally it is vachanat. So that's what you see here, vachanat. So that is the ramat, from Rama, like that. So Satya vachanat, from Satya vachanat. So Raja, the king. Okay, that is actually Pratama Ekavachana form. Raja, Rajano, Rajanah, something like Rajan Shabda, Nakaranta Pullinga Shabda. It's one of the tougher Shabdas. Anyway, Dharma Pashena. So with the Pasha of Dharma. Pasha, as you know, means some kind of a snare. Okay, some kind of a snare or a trap or some kind of a control. Okay, Dharma Pashena Samyataha. You know Samyama word, no, in our own mother tongues. Samyama is also from the same place. Samyataha. So controlled. So Dharma Pashena Samyataha. So Saha Satyavachanat Raja Dharma Pashena Samyataha. That due to the truthful word, the truthness of the word he gave, the king, by the lasso of dharma, by the control of dharma over him, due to him being a dharmic fellow, samyataha, controlled so, okay, by the lasso of dharma, controlled by the lasso called dharma, lasso being some kind of a controlling thread. Vivasayamasa. So Sutam Vivasayamasa. Sutam Ramam. Kam Sutam Ramam. So the son as a karma pada Rama. The son, the Rama, the son Rama. Vivasayamasa. So he sent him off to the jungles. I mean, actually, there is no jungle here. He sent him for a living away. Vasa, as you know, is living. Vivasa means living away. So Vivasayamasa is basically he made him leave away. It is in lit lakara. Okay. So Sutam Ramam Dasharatah Priyam. So Dasharatha is the Prathama Vibhakti Shabda and the Raja we saw earlier alias to Saha Raja Dasharatah, they are all together. Okay. So Saha Raja Dasharatah Yaha Satyavachanat Dharmapashena cha Samyatah Asit Saha Raja Priyam Sutam Ramam Vivasaya Masa. That is the order, right? So that King Dasharatha, who was controlled by the Dharma Pasha, okay, and also due to the truthness of the word he had to keep, Satyavachana, he had to maintain the truth of the word he gave, okay. So, Priyam Sutam Ramam. So, Rama gets two qualifiers, Sutam Priyam, okay. So, he is a beloved son Rama as object. Vivasaya Masa, he sent him to live away. That is the overall meaning. The Vyaya Samasa comes in the end. So see here the Anvaya, Satyavachanat Dharmapashena Samyataha. So they stacked it before Raja. So that way controlled Saha Raja Dasharatha Priyam Sutam Vivasaya Masa. Sometimes you are okay to put this little later. Saha Raja Dasharatha and then say Satyavachanat Dharmapashena Samyataha Priyam Sutam Ramam Vivasaya Masa. They skipped out Ramam. Okay, that's a mistake here in the Anvaya. Actually, after the Sutam, there is a Ramam also. Maybe in my scan I missed, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So that is the Anvaya. And they have gone on and given a great Tatparya. So they have given the whole context, you know. See, Dasharatha was bound by Dharma, that Dharma Pashena Samyataha, they brought out like that, like that, like that. Colorfully, they have done it. Nice. So here we have the Dasharatha who is crying and sulking Kaikeyi with all the abharana of Sita strewn all over. Sad situation. And then, yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Is Vivasaya Masa whole word, compound word?
Yeah, no, it's one word.
Viva
It's one Lakara word in lit.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and also it is in the what you call transferred mode. That is Dasharatha sent off Rama like that.
Okay. Thank you.
See here, you see here, Vivasaya Masa, exiled. See, exiled his dear son Rama. So exiling he did for Rama. So yeah. Actually, he did not exile. The Rama actually saw the truth and went away himself. Anyway, all right. So let us see the next verse. Sa jagama vanam viraha pratignyam anupalayan piturvachana nirdeshat kaikeyaha priyakaranat. So this is actually continuance of the same tonality as what is there in the previous verse, but now it's a little bit from Rama's perspective than Dasharatha's perspective. That's all. Saha jagama. Again, this is one of the tougher lakaras. Okay, so I think it's gam dhatu now in lit in another gana. Okay, so it has a different form. So jagama went off, started off, something like that. Okay, and is kind of past sense also. Okay, vanam as karmapada as the target of his going, viraha as a qualifier to saha who is also ramaha. There may not be a ramaha anywhere, but it is implicit from how we understand who went. Rama went, right? So jagama kriya was done by Rama. So saha viraha ramaha in brackets, vanam jagama. Okay, kimartam jagama, why did he go? That has been all explained. Pratignyam anupalayan. Pratignyam anupalayan. So anupalayan is in a what you call that continuous mode, right? So shatru pratyaya type. Okay. So following anupalana is to follow. We know that from our mother tongues also. Okay. So anupalana is to follow or to heed to something. So heeding to pratignyam. What pratignya of his father? Okay, pratignya of his duty as a son, as also eventually a father giving the pratignya to of the vara to Kaikeyi. But anyway, first here it's Rama's own pratignya. You see, we will see what is pratignya here. What is the sankalpa or the pratignya that he Piturvachana nirdeshat. So here the pratignya can be putra dharma. Putra dharma can be the pratignya, or also Dasharatha's vara to Kaikeyi also could be referred to by this pratignya in an indirect way. Pituhu vachanam. Pitur vachanam is there, that the visarga has gone into a rape here. Rape. So pitur it has become. Pituhu vachanam. Pitur vachanam. So that is a visarga repa sandhi. Okay, so pitur vachanam, pituhu vachanam, pituhu is shashti ekavachana, of the father, vachanam, the word, nirdeshat, due to the directive given by that word of his father. Of course, the word of his father was really given to Kaikeyi, but Kaikeyi spelt out what that vachana is, so it becomes pituhu nirdesha for him, literally father's directive. And also Kaikeyaha priyakaranat. So also because it is also the the Icha of Kaikeyi. Priya Karana is the Icha of Kaikeyi. So due to Karanat, due to the Icha of Kaikeyi, also is implicit. Cha is implicit. But you can take it together. Kaikeyaha Priya Karanat Piturvachana Nirdeshat Cha Saha Ramaha Vanam Jagama. Veeraha Pratignyam Anupalayan Vanam Jagama. Like that. Okay. So let's see what their Anvaya is. Saha Veeraha Pituhu Vachana Nirdeshat. So this is Samastapada. Vachana yoho or Vachanasya Nirdeshat. Shashti Tatpurusha we call it. Of the Vachana, the directive. So but together Vachana Nirdesha. Okay. Due to that, Tasmat At will come. Okay. Nirdeshat. Kaikeyaha Priyakaranatcha Pratignyam Anupalayan. So here they have not explained which Pratignya. Maybe we have to see the Tatparya for that. Vanam Jagama. Let us see their literal translation. Sahaviraha, that brave Rama, the brave Rama, Jagama went Vanam to the forest. Anupalayan, observing or following. Pratignyam, a vow. Okay, this kids, like I said, they have not explained what the vow is. There are two vows involved here. One is Putra Dharma Palana, another is father's word to Kaikeyi. That pratignya also both can be implied from that. Pituhu Vachana Nirdeshat, on his father's command. Again, father never directly commanded him. It was an indirect command, as you understand contextually. Kaikeyaha Priyakaranat, in order to please Kaikeyi. Okay. Here they have interpreted as pleasing Kaikeyi. You can take the Samastapada break in different ways. So Kaikeyaha Priyam Kartum iti they have taken. To please Kaikeyi, like that they have taken. Okay, that's okay. So Kaikeyi would be pleased only if both her wishes were fulfilled. This put Dasharatha in a dilemma. He would remain truthful only by granting her wishes, and when he did so, he would be sending his dear son to exile to save his father from breaking a promise in a situation like this. Yeah, that is the pratignya, you see, breaking the promise. So Rama went to the forest, obeying the father's command without a word of protest. Nowhere it says word of protest, but anyway, that's all Tatparya. You can add some masala there. Okay, so this is the scene here. So what do we have? Visuals are always beautiful. In our culture, we appreciate everything as Shastra. So even art is Shastra for us. So Kaikeyi, some beautiful sketch by someone. Kaikeyi, putting all the bad words in beautiful, sorry, the Manthara putting all the bad words in the beautiful ears of Kaikeyi. And then, here Dasharatha is doing Vilapa. He's crying hoarse over them going away to the forest. They're shown in more decorative clothes here, but yeah. And this is another beautiful sketch. This one is again one of these guys who writes modern books. I don't agree with all his, I forget his name now. He does a lot of self-sketching in his book. It's from that. Yeah. So this is also Vanavasa picture. So nice.
Exams. After writing the Anvaya, can we write the meaning after? Here it is Anvayartha given, and it is not as per Anvaya, the meanings.
No, like that's why actually they should have titled this Pratipadartha here. Earlier they did that. Okay. Anvayaha is correct according to Sanskrit order. Anvayaha is perfect. Okay. But Anvayartha, sometimes they move things around to help English. Okay. See here, Sahaviraha Jagama came straight away. Jagama goes in the end in our Anvaya, right? So the English sentence is favored in the actually it should have been Angla Anvaya Artha, or you can say Pratipadartha, something like that. Unfortunately, they called it Anvaya.
How should we write in the exam? Is it okay?
It doesn't matter. As per Anvaya? You have to do the Anvaya reasonably correctly, where you put the Kriyapada in the end, the Katrapada, and few things can move around, like I said. But you should not move the adjective away from its adjunct. I mean, it should keep the Kriyapada, so the Visheshana and Visheshyas together like that. Okay. And you can write the sentence, and then you can write the sentence in English. And if Pratipadartha has been asked, you can go in Anvaya order only and write it in Butler English, or if you are smart enough to worry there in time, because time lag may be also there, you can do it in this way. But you don't have to worry too much about matching English. You worry more about matching Sanskrit Anvaya. Yeah.
Thank you.
But
And
sir,
Tatparya is your freedom. Yeah.
But they are asking us to write it in English, isn't it? They are asking us to write the prose order, meaning and gist of any two of the following in English.
Usually Anvayam Likata, if they say they are looking for Samskrita Anvaya, then if they say Tatparyam Likata or Anuvadam Kuruta, like then you can do the English also. Okay. But
So
to
we are,
play safe, you can put the English translation also at the end because you all know it very well and it takes only 1 minute to write it.
okay.
That Padavibhaga and everything, shall we have to write Anvaya and same order?
Yeah, the question the
Depending
question can ask for the multiple of them. Yeah.
on, if they ask it proper.
अस्य श्लोकस्य सम्पूर्ण अन्वयक्रमं दर्शयत, something like darshayatu, something like that. If they write, no, then you have to do sandhi vibhajana. See, they have done the sandhi vibhajana.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
you don't have to identify what sandhi. That's okay. And then you do the anvaya, but putting the kriya pada in the end like that. And try to do your best. Don't worry, because Samskrita is very flexible. Really, there is nothing like a wrong anvaya, but they are expecting a simple sentence order from you. So they're looking for some displacements from the complete original. You can't rewrite the original the way it is and call it Anvaya. Some they are looking to see if you push the Kriya Pada, you identified the Kriya Pada, you pushed it to the end. These kind of things they are looking. Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
I will just mute all because some noise is coming here. Okay. So we'll move forward. Anuvada Paddhati. Oh, so in this section they teach some more what you call elements of translation. So let us see what they have taught here. Okay. So in translation, the correct use of the indeclinables is an important factor. Oh, like using the cha, eva, he, all those things. That right. So the intended sense is clearly expressed only by the proper use of the indeclinables. In the present lesson, the use of 3 indeclinables. Example, cha and eva only, api also is given. So good, they are teaching us when to use these things. Cha and. This is used when words are to be conjoined, to be related together, something like that. Rama and Krishna, Ramaha, Krishnaha, cha. See, you see, generally it comes in the end for us, like that. Huh? In Hindi we say Ram or Lakshman or Ram or Krishna. In Kannada also we say Rama Mattu Krishna, like that. But Samskrita is a little flexible, but the default order Anvaya they want is cha in the end of the list. Okay. Sometimes the cha, though it is in the end of the list, we kind of read it just behind the last word. Krishna cha is read together like that. Rama, Sita, blah 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 blah, Krishna cha. Krishna cha becomes like a pair there almost. Okay, but the cha is extended to all of them. You can write multiple chas also. In kavis do that. We saw in one Subhashita there earlier 2-3 chas. So kavis do that, but really one cha is enough for one list. And in the end, okay, yeah. So Sita and Savitri, Sita, Savitri cha. So it's an avyaya, so it doesn't have any linga, nothing. It's just added there. Like that. So 3 of them they have given. See, Ramaha, Lakshmanaha, Sita cha. So generally at the end. In the English, and is used before the last in the list with commas before that, which I'm adding here to English. Whereas in Sanskrit, it is used only at the end. And in Sanskrit nowadays, you can use the commas. They are not trying to strip you of the few features, new writing features that are available, such as using quotes, using commas, using semicolon, etc. But generally it's not needed, as long as you use the correct spacings and all that and put the cha in the end. And for full stop, we are not encouraged to use dot because that will confuse the hell out of us. So we continue to use the Sanskritam full stop. And a double full stop is for a shloka, second pada we write. Okay. All right. Not second pada, sorry, second half. That is second, third and fourth padas. Okay. Eva. Let us see what eva. So avadharanarthaka avyayam. Okay. Basically, this is like ascertaining type of meaning. Is certainly, definitely, like that. Only. We Indians, we use only in English enormously. See here this Butler English sentence. It is there only. Only Indians use that. And this only. So this is very, very Indian. This eva is very Indian in all Indian languages. Appadida, vaisa he, that we use, that one. That is the eva. Okay. He is also there in Sanskritam. Okay. Tatra eva asti. So there only it is. Like that. Okay, but the correct English is indeed it is there. Certainly it is there. That's how would be the Queen's English. And Butler English you use only. This word lays emphasis on a statement. It conveys certainty. This is called avadharana or nischaya. The word eva should be placed after that word which is to be emphasized. So see here, that's another thing. We are moving the eva to highlight tatra. Tatra eva asti. See, if I do the drama kaku, that the reader immediately knows, oh, eva is following, so tatra is emphasized, so tone also has to stress it. Tatra eva asti, kutra asti, tatra eva asti. Anyatra ma pashyatu. Don't see elsewhere. Like that. Okay. I mean, if you want to emphasize asti, because somebody said, Shishuhu asti va? Is the child there? Shishu asti eva. She's there on the baby is there only. So, so asti gets the emphasis. So you can move it around like that. Okay. So that's it introduces a lot of drama, though it is so mundane in its simple meaning. It uses a lot of drama. It's nicely highlighted by Samskrit Bharati. Eva should be placed after that word which is to be emphasized. Sometimes people use 2, 3 of them also. 2 of them is too much in a sentence, but sometimes you can with the right drama. So let us see here another sentence. Ramah eva nagaram gacchati. So obviously the Ramah is the expected answer to some question. Kaha nagaram gacchati? Ramah eva nagaram gacchati. Ramah nagaram gacchati. You can use tone alone without eva, but eva is very clear. Ramah eva nagaram gacchati. So also it emphasizes that little bit that not somebody else sense. Okay. See, that's what they have put in bracket. Nobody else sense is very clearly highlighted by the eva. Only Rama goes to the city. Okay. I am not so sure it so completely dominates in that nobody else goes is implied, but it is hidden there. It is there in the background. It's not explicit. Okay. Ramah nagaram eva gacchati. So he doesn't go somewhere else. See, Ramah nagaram eva gacchati. So he goes to the town alone, not to the school or somewhere else. Okay. Nowhere else. See, nobody else, nowhere else. Rama goes to the city only. Ramah nagaram, all these sentences are Butler English, so take it with a pinch of salt. Ramah nagaram gacchati eva. Oh, indeed he will go. See, eva emphasizes the action. Indeed he will go. How beautifully. See, we say sentence order doesn't matter, right? You should not take that in literal sense. Okay. So here the eva position, such a simple word like eva position, it's associated with the word that is preceding it. So it has to accompany correctly. Okay. So to emphasize the right thing. I know in the end the meaning has not changed a lot. In all cases, Rama goes to the town, Rama goes to the town, Rama goes to the town. If you want to not take the drama so seriously. But there is huge drama. Rama indeed goes to the town. Indeed to the town Rama goes. Rama to the town, indeed he will go. Indeed he goes. Like that. Okay. In the above sentences, observe that by adding eva to the subject, object, and the verb, that particular word is emphasized. Here follow some examples of eva coming after the verbs. He is certainly coming. Agacchati eva. I shall definitely listen. Shrunomi eva. Actually, another technique is there. Avashyam agacchati. Avashyam shrunomi. That's another technique also. Avashyam, certainly. More directly you can quote. Okay, instead of eva, but eva gives that same sense. They are surely coming. Agachanti eva. So because this plural they, agachanti has gone to plural. Okay, he has come, of course, after all. Saha agatavan eva. He has come after all. Oh, aaya hi hai. Like that. That tone. Patitam eva. It has fallen on. It's definitely fallen. Palam kutra asti. Patitam eva. Atra patitam eva. I shall certainly see. Pashyami eva. Chalachitram pashyami eva. Chinta ma karotu. Something like that. I shall certainly do. Oh, aham patam karomi eva. Chinta mastu. Bhavantah sarvam jananti. Like that. Jnasyanti. Future. I will surely be found. I will definitely be found. Labhyate eva. It will. Sorry, not I. Labhyami eva would be. Okay. It will certainly be found. Labhyate eva. Actually, it is labhye because atmanepadi. In aham, it would be labhye. She has certainly given dattavati eva. Sa pustakam dattavati eva. Sa kimapi shatikam dhritavati eva. Maya dattam shatika. She definitely wore the shatika that I gave. Dattavati eva. She gave it only. Something like that. Okay. So eva is emphasizing indeed that action was carried out by whoever. Okay, nice. Then there is third one. Api. Also, okay, so it's slightly different from the cha. Okay, so it adds the another person also as a additive subject. Let us see the usage, then it will be more clear. Api is also placed after a word like eva, but in a different sense. Ramaha api nagaram agachati. Rama too to the town he comes. See the two. So that was Eva was like only, and this is like two. Rama too is coming to the city. Okay. Ramaha nagaram api agachati. Ramaha agachati. Nagaram api agachati. Ramaha Karnataka desham pradeshe agachati. Parantu Bengaluru nagaram api saha agachati. So it's a certainty that he is not just he's not missing coming to the town like that. Okay. So their sense of he is also going elsewhere. In addition to that, he's coming to the city. It's one out of many sense comes. Ramaha nagaram agachati api. So he, he will do many things. So Ramaha sambhashanam karoti nagaram agachati api. So he will talk over the telephone and then he will also come, something like that. So agachati gets the stress. Beautiful examples. Okay. So translate it to English. Oh, time for you guys to throw your hat into the ring. Brahmadevam Vishnum Shivam cha dhyayata. Very easy. I'm listening. Yeah, go ahead. Throw in your
Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva is worship.
Not the verb has not verb has not been translated correctly by you. Otherwise, it's correct.
Meditate on Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva.
That is an accurate translation. Meditate upon Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. So dhyayata is a kind of a directive mode. Okay. So tvam dhyayata, like that. Okay? You meditate. Kailas. Okay. So let me give my standard answer. What I have: pray to Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Pray in the directive mode. Okay. There is an apostrophe at the end, you can say. Okay. Kailase devaha gandharvaha cha nivasanti.
Gods and Gandharvas reside in Kailasa.
Reside in Kailasha.
Correct. All of you got it right. Kailase, in Kailasa, Saptami Ekavachana. Pratama Bahuvachana Devaha, they are the Kartrus, they are the doers. Gandharvaha, they are another set of Kartrus. Cha, that's right, Cha, because one set of Kartrus are Kartas, whatever you want to say in English, are Devas. Another set of Kartas are Gandharvas, and they are both in Pratama Bahuvachana, Pratama Vibhakti Bahuvachana. They in Kailasa as a Saptami location. What they do, both of them, and this is that Nivasanti, they leave. Okay. Vivasana is to go away somewhere else. Nivasana is to live upon there at that place. See, beautiful use of the same was in different ways using different upasargas. Okay, so it's very easy. In Kailash, gods and Gandharvas, demigods live. Yes.
That's the question. Yeah, so we see this preposition or prefix ni added all the time to common words. Like normally to live would be vasanti, right? So why is ni added? And other words are also there like that.
Sometimes it emphasizes the verb. Okay. in Kailasa, within there they live like that. See, because we use the word Nivasa to mean the place of living, right? So Nivasanti gives the sense of in Kailasa, they stay in their place of living, something like that. Okay. So Vas is enough. Vasanti is enough. You're right. Vasanti is enough.
Okay.
But in the Rudi, sometimes there is a tendency to go with certain upasargas so that it's very clear, very clear. There's no other confusion. Huh?
Okay. All right.
So the meaning will not change. The meaning will not
The
change.
ni doesn't change the vas dhatu too much here. It emphasizes it. That's all. Okay. In some of the places, see ni actually generally gives the sense of under like that. Okay. So nirgachati, for example, in gam dhatu, it changes the meaning completely. You see, gachati goes, nirgachati leaves. It still is goes, but there is a sense of leaving a place, right? So that's the enhancement ni has done for the gam dhatu. So in nivasanti, it has not changed the direction or anything too much. They live there, something like that. It has given the sense of living a life in Kailasa. Okay, not just being there temporarily. So nivasana means they are actually day and night there. That is their home. Sorry, let me mute everyone because a lot of noise coming through. Okay. Yeah. Lekhani grihe eva asti. You need to unmute again yourselves.
Pen is at home only. At home only.
Pen
is at home
at
only.
home only it is. Literal butler is pen as a subject, at home as a location. Indeed, eva only. Asti, it is there. So eva is griha dominant. So you should do Tatparya English as the pen. Indeed, at home it is there, like that. Indeed, at home, something like that. Okay. The pen, I've done the butler. The pen is at home itself, like that. I have pulled out home itself as the emphasis there, like that. Not somewhere else. The Samskrita Bharati is not looking for Queen's English. Whatever makes sense to you, you throw that English. But try to bring the similar emphasis there. Okay. All right. If you want, you put full stop and say in brackets the eva is emphasizing the griha, like that. Okay. Aham lekanim anetum eva vismritavan.
I forgot to bring the pen itself.
The pencil only.
I bring only. That is the Indian English. Okay. Bring only is important here. I forgot to bring the pen. Bring only. I forgot to bring the pen only, like that. Okay. Pen only is not correct. So bring only I forgot. The pen to bring only I forgot. That is the butler.
Here it can use indeed, pen indeed.
Yeah, indeed will make it better English. I forgot to bring the pen indeed, like that. You can use it. I forgot to bring the pen itself. Huh?
I forgot to bring the pen itself.
Yeah. It's okay. See, the anetum and lekani are enjoined very tightly. Aham lekanim eva vismritaman itself is conveying, right? You see the sense? Anetum is almost passive. Aham lekanim eva vismritavan. I forgot the pen only. I forgot to bring the pen. Bring is very tightly coupled with lekani, and eva is for qualifying for both of them. Okay? Yeah. Sometimes very difficult to do the identical thing in English and make some sense. So we come closest. That's okay. Okay. Sayam vrishtihi bhavishyati eva.
It is certain.
Certainly it will rain in the evening.
Yeah, it will rain in the evening only.
Yeah, it will indeed rain. Okay. Bhavishyati eva. It will rain.
Certainly rain.
Certainly rain. Yeah, certainly it will rain. Okay. Certainly will rain in the evening. Okay. In the English, see, this is the difference between languages. Okay. In Sanskritam, we can see the emphasis of eva and bhavishyati. Okay. But in English, it's difficult to come with different translations wherever the eva is. So maybe you can, because sayam eva vrishtihi bhavishyati, only in the evening it will rain, like that.
Not in the afternoon.
Some sense like that. Okay. Mama samipe dhanam nasti eva.
I don't have any money.
I certainly don't have money.
Certainly
with me.
don't have money. Certainly not there is the, see, nasti eva I translate first. So nasti eva, certainly not there, and then fit the other words around it.
I don't have money at all. No.
With me, money, near me, money is certainly not there. Something like that. So put the certainly to not there. Okay, right. Anyway, there is no money at all with me. I went slightly different. So it's all okay.
Excuse me. Samipe is near, no?
No, but in English it translates as with. See, vibhaktis don't translate like that. That's okay. So in Hindi it will translate correctly. For example, mere paas paisa nahi hai. Nahi hi hai, nahi hai hi, like that. Okay. Nanna hattira duddu illave illa, like that we do, no? That one. Okay.
Kannada it is good. Yes. Nanna hattira.
Yeah. Similar. Vrikshe parnani eva na santi.
Trees don't have only leaves.
No leaves in the tree at all.
Definitely.
At all.
Leaves at all. Okay, no leaves at all is the emphasis. So in the tree there are no leaves at all. Okay, in the tree there are no leaves at all. That's it. So there are no leaves at all in the tree. Okay, leaves at all is the emphasis. Okay.
ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಗಳೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಗಳೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವೃಕ್ಷ में I don't know the Hindi enough to say that correctly. Okay. पत्ते ही नहीं है. त्वया सह अहम अपि आगच्छामि.
I will also come
with you.
With you. त्वया सह, with you. अहम अपि, I too. See, butler is better. With you, I too will come. Okay. So I too will come along with you, but you can put the butler English, then put the proper English also next to it. No problem putting it twice. Okay. So for me, coming from Sanskritam to English, I like butler English because it's perfectly literally matching. With you, I too will come. Simple. Okay. No problem. Saha kadachit agacchati api.
He also comes sometime.
Sometimes is given by kadachit. He sometimes comes to. He doesn't always stay and talk from far. Sometimes he also comes home. Something like that. Okay. So saha kadachi sometimes does come to. See, I have put the emphasis on come to, does come. Does come. Here is implicit to that. Okay. Saha sajjanah chaturah cha.
He is good and
good man and clever too.
Intelligent.
This time it is cha. Okay.
Clever.
So good and clever. Two qualities of that fellow. So he is a gentleman. You can translate sajjana in many ways, and a smart fellow. Okay. He is both a truthful man and smart one. I did very literally sat janaha, truthful man like that, but better to use some gentleman or something like that also. No problem. Okay. Translate into Sanskritam. Call Rama, Krishna and Mohana.
Ramam, Krishnam, Mohanam cha avyayah.
Ahvaya.
Ahvaya is not there at all. Ahvaya. It is the note directive. Okay. Ramam, Krishnam, and I like the way you use the Dvitiya for them. Ramam, Krishnam, Mohanam cha ahvaya. Tvam ahvaya. Athva you can use ahvayatu. Then it will become bhavan or bhavati implicit. Okay. So ahvayatu is also fitting call here. Ahvaya is also fitting one in madhyama and one in prathama purusha. Okay. Number 2. Gods as well as demons waged war.
Devaha, Ashuraha.
Wait. Hold on. Those of you answered number 1 successfully loudly. Please give space for others. Okay. Yeah. Gods as well as demons waged war.
Devaha.
Devaha, Asuracha,
I did hear Kritavantaha. Someone did say Kritavantaha. Very correct. Kritavantaha. Plural. Kritavantaha. Okay. So Devaha, plural. Asuraha, cha. as well as is all combined in one cha. So devaha asuraha cha yuddham var kritavantaha. Waged, you don't have to worry about it. Yuddham kritavantaha is easier. Devaha asuraha cha yuddham kritavantaha. Asan, you don't need it. Okay. Kridanta is enough. No need for kriyapada. Okay. Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita and try some new guys try. Some new guys try. Those who have not tried. Rama, Okay.
Rama, Lakshmana cha Sita cha Vanam
Aranyam Gatavanta.
Aranyam. Okay. I heard some wrong answers. So I will pull out the wrong answers and point out. So somebody said Ramam, Lakshmanam, Sitam. No, this is not in Dvitiya. Because you see, yeah, you just wait. When I am trying to explain, please wait. Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita, they are the subjects of the action of going, right? Recognize in the English word, who is the subject? Okay, so here all three are the subjects who are going to the forest. Forest is a destination, so that may be a karmapada because it's a destination. Okay, so that has to be like we say shalam, gatavan. So aranyam or vanam can be used there. Correct, that is in Dvitiya. But Ramaha, Lakshmanaha, Sita, they should be in the respective linga also. Somebody did Rama, Lakshmana, Sita without any worry of what linga, nothing. No, you cannot write answers like that. You have to know the linga. So Rama, you have to write. You cannot write Rama. Just translate the English directly into Sanskrit letters. No. Rama, Lakshmana, Sita, cha, vanam, gatavantaha. Somebody did say gatavantaha. Somebody said gatavan also. No. Gatavantaha because three of them. And we use the pullinga form, gatavantaha. Okay. Suppose it was wait. If it was Sita, Ahalya, and Mandodari, why they do things together? Let us not worry about it. Sita, Ahalya, Mandodari cha vanam gatavatyaha. Gatavatyaha will come because Trilinga Bahuvachana. Okay. Here Gatavantaha because Rama and Lakshmana are masculine. So Sita, unfortunately, gets subsumed in the masculine ending of Gatavantaha. Okay. The same.
Can we say Jagama?
Try to avoid Valmiki's. Very tough because Jagama
is. Sometimes we forgot. If we didn't get any word, then we can use.
Throw it in. But Jagama is singular.
Okay. Okay. Jagama is singular.
Agachan. Yes, I have it here. Number 3, you see the blue line. Agachan is the normal lakara, lung, and instead of that, kridanta is easier. Gatavantaha, gatavatyaha, those are easier. Yeah.
Okay, what is the plural for Jagama?
I need to look up, madam.
Okay, no problem.
It's not. You see, those are all lit lakara and all. Who will learn? It's very tough. Let me see for Bhudhatu at least because you've asked. So, but that is a different gana.
Sir, can we write Gachantu isma?
Gachantu is lot lakara.
No, Gachanti isma.
You can use. Okay, but it is not very accurate past tense. Okay. It is, you know, they don't say that. No.
That is immediate.
No, it's not immediate, nothing. Let me explain what the sma is. Okay. Sma is more like, is the sense of used to is there. Okay. Vasati sma, used to live in a forest. When we say story, we use that tonality, no? One crow used to live in a forest. So used to is the sma prayoga. Okay. So here there is a sense of went to the forest. It doesn't say used to go to the forest. If it was the phrase used to go to the forest, Gachanti sma is perfect fitment. But Samskrita Bharati, no, because it is very easy to learn present tense and put it in the used to go sense, they teach that, okay, in the beginning. But as you're entering Parichaya and all that, try to if like another madam said, na, if you are not getting anything, no problem. Gacchanti sma is Samskrita Bharati will give you the marks. They will in fact appreciate, oh, she remembers the basic lesson, good. So, but they know that it is not fitting perfectly the occasion. That's all.
Yeah, thanks.
So next one, the sage lives in the forest only.
Rishihi
Okay, hold on. Some good answers came, but one gentleman was trying to complete the sentence. The first one who went, gentleman, you please try again.
Rishihi Nivasati.
Nivasati is good. Lives. Okay. Vane eva is correct. Vane eva. So you can use Rishihi, Munihi, Sadhuhu, many translations for sage, but you have used Rishihi. Very good. Rishihi Aranye eva Nivasati. Nivasati. Vasati is enough. Nivasati gives a kind of sense of him actually living there, not just staying there. Okay, very good. So Rishihi, Munihi, Vane eva Vasati. See, I did not use ni, but that's okay. So Vane eva Vasati. Very good. Mahesh, now ladies, please hold back. Let us have the gentleman try a few times. Mahesh himself has had, oh, bad English. Wait. Let's see. Mahesh himself has had come here today. No, I will make it correct. Mahesh himself had come here today. Remove the has. Okay. Mahesh himself had come here today. Read that way. What is it?
Mahesha eva tavan adya agatavan.
Maheshah eva adya agatavan. So Ramesh himself, emphasis on Mahesh. Maheshah eva, very correctly translated. Maheshah eva agatavan. Atra here. Atra agatavan. And you can say add the asit also to convey the past complete, but the optional. Okay. So I used kta prayoga, so actually it should have been agatavan, because agataha normally is meant for karmani. Maheshena something agataha should be the way. So agatavan is correct. Take my answer with a pinch of salt. So Maheshah eva atra adya have added today. We forgot that. So adya has to be added. Atra adya agatavan asit. Agataha is incorrect, I think. Agatavan asit is correct, what you guys told. Okay. Another number 6 is also for gentlemen. There is no time to write a letter either.
Patram lekhitum api samayah nasti.
Perfect, sir. Patram likitum api samayah nasti. Okay. So I have made it slightly more complex. Patra lekhanaya api samayah nasti, but likitum is also a beautiful application of the tumun pratyaya. Patram likitum api samayah nasti is also correct. Number 7. So I will go for only ladies this time. Number 7. Go only after reading this book. Patitva eva. Only after reading. Gacha athva gachatu. Bhavati or bhavan gachatu. So pustakam patitva, and here this is there. So etat pustakam patitva eva gachatu. Etat tattetani. So etat only in Dvitiya also it is etat. So etat pustakam patitva eva nirgachatu or gachatu.
Gacha, madhyama purusha.
Gacha or gachatu, both are okay. So madhyama purusha, then it is tvam. If it is bhavan or bhavati, it is gachatu. See, pustakam etad idam, both options are there. Patitva eva tvam or bhavan, gacha or gachatu. Optionally correct pairs you can do. You can also write answer like this, no problem. Okay, or you can write it as 2 sentences. Okay, number 8 for everyone. You two come with me.
Twamapi maya saha agaccha.
Correct.
Maya saha
agaccha. Correct.
Agachatu.
Most agachatu is correct. Agaccha is correct. You two come with me. So you guys are getting it. Maya saha, with me. Okay. See, Bhavan api. See the two ways I have tried here. Follow the two answers I have given you. Second one is normally what we write, no? Tvam api maya saha agaccha. There is a slightly different technique also possible. Bhavan api mama sakam. Sakam is another way. So with me. So okay. So agacchatu. Maya and mama, two different versions are being used of the pada. Anyway, you can use the one that spurs to you at that moment. Don't be afraid that you don't know one part of the sentence. Keep translating what you know best. Later on during revision, don't cancel out what you have answered. Add a second answer if you feel something else fits better. Okay, below the earlier answer, because sometimes we end up canceling a good answer and writing the wrong one. Okay, you can try two alternative answers with a different color, and they will appreciate that. They won't say he has given two answers, I will take the wrong answer and give 0. No. Okay, so number 8, you two come with me. That only is finished. Sorry. Number 9, as he is earning, he spends as well.
यथा सः सम्पादयति तथा सः विक्रयति अपि
व्ययं व्ययीकरोति व्ययमपि करोति. Many ways. Beautiful.
Teacher.
So as he is more like yatha tatha, like that. Yatha saha arjayati, tatha saha vyayikaroti, something like that. Arjanam is also there. Sampadayati is also there. Very good. Okay. Yatha
arjayati. Mahodaya. Aparjayati. Aparjayati.
I know. I am not sure. Your try is good. Aparjayati, whether it can be the sense of losing or spending, I am not too sure. But sounds right. Your sense is very correct. So she is using a opposite of arjana for aparjana, like that. Okay. That's like negative of earning. Yeah.
Vyayati api samyak va?
Vyayikaroti. Vyayati, I am not sure, madam. Okay. I don't know the form very accurately. Vyayaha is there. Vyayikaroti is how I always use it. So
Vyayati works.
Vyayam karoti.
Vyayam karoti is okay. Vyayikaroti is okay. But Vyayati, I am not sure. Okay. Vyartham karoti is fine, but Vyartham karoti is not spend. It is like waste. Slightly different sense. Yeah. Okay, last one. The officer comes to the village too.
The adhikari api agacchati.
Nahi. Adhikari api is incorrect answer. Village too. See?
Gramam api.
Gramam api agacchati. So adhikari gramam api agacchati. Okay. Adhikari gramam api agacchati. So here see the Sanskrit Bharati answers are also there. Let's see what they used for this Vyayikaroti. So they have used Vyayikaroti only. They have used Sampadayati, Vyayikaroti. Okay. All right. So let's move forward. Yes.
Sorry, in the Sanskrit dictionary, Vyayati actually works.
Works, huh? Good. Thanks for looking up. Vyayati works. Okay. So that is a dhatu, Vyay dhatu. Okay. Good.
So you won't teach Pada Sangraha.
What?
Hello? Pada Sangraha you left? Yeah, you taught it today.
Taught, madam. I taught in the morning only.
Pada Sangraha. Okay, I missed it.
Vyavaharika Shabdavali.
No. Not Vyavaharika Shabdavali. Before the Kavya Katha.
Wait a minute. Whether I missed something. Oh, Padasangraha I have skipped. Yeah. Padasangraha, sorry, I should have listed it. So today the dhatus there in the lesson are stha, kshal, lik, nrit, and pach and one. I think I have not revised that in my lesson. Please kindly just practice it at home. There is not too much to do there for me.
Hey, can you tell me about that fourth one? I couldn't understand. This is Karmani Prayoga. Meliniyam.
Likati I am seeing. What is the lesson I am? Okay, I went to
52 page.
Page 52. Wait. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
वेयति शब्दः शुद्धं वा?
किं महोदय?
वेयति शब्दः शुद्धं वा?
कोऽपि डिक्षनरी दृष्ट्वा शुद्धम् इति उक्तवन्तः प्रायः तथैव।
अहं न पृष्टवती सम्यक् तादृशं।
मया न ज्ञायते, मया साक्षात् न ज्ञातं तस्य उपयोगः, अहं न कृतम् इतः पूर्वं, परन्तु कोऽपि अन्य महोदयः दृष्ट्वा व्ययति इति रूपम् अस्ति इति उक्तवान्। तो स्वीकुर्मः, चिन्ता नास्ति। तो अत्र मिलति धावति, which one you are asking, madam?
The fourth one, milatavyam, melitavyam, melaniyam.
That is tavyat and aniyar, madam. Okay. So there is actually what is happening in that is just like in future tense, mil becomes male. There is a vriddhi of the ikara to ekara in the first letter. Same way there is a male, melitavyam like that. So kartavyam, karaniyam is there, no? Same way melitavyam, melaniyam is there. Sorry.
Okay, but it's not. Okay, no problem.
No, go ahead, ask me.
No, I'll ask tomorrow because I have to see. I have my doubt. I have to check. What is my doubt?
Yeah. You can also ask in WhatsApp. I'll try to answer there.
It is in lesson 9, sir. Lesson 9 covers Tavyat and Aniyar Pratyayas.
It will come, I think, in the future.
It is coming in
because I have done this fifth one. I can able to understand because I have studied that lesson. So okay, it is coming in 9th. So I have not gone to 9th. Okay, thank you.
No problem. See what they are doing. Just mute everyone because some crosstalk is coming through. Because before the class somebody requested me, now and then please listen to the noise and mute, because sometimes we hear a lot of noise which you are not hearing. So now and then I mute. I apologize if I blank you off like that. Please kindly unmute when you need to speak. And so Bhagini, about every lesson is having 3, 4, 5 dhatus, and they are trying to teach some standard 9, 10 forms of it. Okay, in the first lesson, if you listen to my first few lectures, when I attacked the first few verbs, I tried to pause at each form and talk through what its meaning is and what is that. It's aniyar, tavyat, all those things. So I request you to just listen to the verb lesson for the first lesson 1. Okay, in my recordings. You will hear me explain all that, and I did it again for the second lesson. I repeated. For the third lesson on, I am not seeing the value of me just reading it there. Your understanding will come only if you read it, and hopefully with the meaning that I have given earlier, you read it with that meaning understood. What is ktavatu? What is the karmani prayoga, karmati prayoga? I have tried to explain in the earlier classes. Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. Muting. So let's move forward. So Sandhi. So today we have Guna Sandhi. So we saw Savarna Dirgha Sandhi amongst the Swara Sandhi earlier. This time we have Guna Sandhi. Okay, time is running like anything. I have half an hour. Let me see if I can at least finish lesson 3. So Guna Sandhi. First let me go to this chart. Okay, and then come back. So earlier we saw Savarna Dirgha Sandhi is all these diagonals, right? Plus that is a plus a plus a plus a. All the combinations generate one single a as a replacement for both of them. Similarly, e plus e or e plus e or e plus e or e plus e. Okay, all of them generate one single dirgha e, the green one, etc. Like that we learned. Of course, there is a l here, which you don't worry. Just look at the r column. So for us, Savarna Dirgha Sandhi stops with a, e, u, r as the output. 4 of them. Okay. Now, Guna Sandhi is related to this portion, yellow portion that you see here. What is the portion? The first word, the last letter of the first word, Purva Padasya Antimaksharaha, should be Akara. So, Rama, something like that. Okay. And the second word, first letter should be a E or a U or a R or a L. Again we forget because in Sarala Samskrita we don't worry about that column because this is from a Vyakarana Guru, this material, it's there. But let us just worry about R column. So these 3 Actually 4, but these 3 for us. So if a is followed by e, whether it is dirgha a, hrisva a, both, whether it is hrisva e or dirgha e, both. So a plus e, a plus e, a plus e, and a plus e, all combinations, right, generate one single replacement a. Okay, so that is guna. So we call these letters as gunas. A, O, R, L. In Samskrita Vyakarana, their title for them is guna. They are together known as guna thing. That's why it's called guna sandhi. Okay, but for us, remember, it is basically the tailing letter of the first word akara clashing with e, u, r, and l, generating respectively I. A, O, R, and L, not I. A, O, R, and L. Okay, this is the thing. So the rakara elides into a repa with the a remaining. Okay, the likara elides into a lakara with the a remaining. So the a is actually the original a with the r eliding into a rikara, rakar, repa, and l into a lakara. Okay, swaras becoming vyanjanas there. Okay, but it's still a swara sandhi. Okay, because the two entry elements, the participants are swaras, a and e, u, r, l. Okay, that is guna sandhi. So this is the second word's first letter, aparapadasya prathamakshara. Okay, anyway, so we'll go back to Samskrita Bharati's detailing, keeping the what we saw in mind. Let us see the examples. Note the following examples. Maheshwaraha Kailase Vasati. Maheshwaraha. I won't read everything. I will go part by part so that it's better understood. Maheshwaraha is highlighted. So the great Ishvara in Kailasa he lives. We understand the meaning easily. What they're trying to is how Maheshwara got generated. So here this is the they have given here below. See, Maheshwaraha is generated from Maha plus Ishvaraha, the original Pratipadika, original stem of the noun which participates with Ishvara to generate Maheshwara actually has a Dirgha Akara in it, Maha. It is not Mahe Ishvaraha or Maha Ishvaraha. It is Maha Ishvaraha. A plus E, Dirgha A plus Dirgha E simply generates Ekara. And in Sanskritam, there is only one Ekara, which is a Dirgha. It is implicitly a Dirgha. There is no Hrisva Ekara. Like in Kannada and all, we have Hrisva Ekara. Telugu, Kannada, few other languages, Tamil, and all have Hrisva Ekara and Dirgha Ekara. But in Sanskritam and in Hindi, there is only Dirgha Ekara. So A like that. So A plus E, A. So Maheshwaraha. It is never Maheshwaraha. It is Maheshwaraha. Dirgha. Read it Dirgha. Maheshwaraha. So that is a guna sandhi. Later on, we are going to call this guna because it's a plus e. Okay, then next one. Saha alasyam nechati. Nechati. So it's actually na plus ichati. A plus e. Hrisvas, both hrisvas. Still generates the dirgha ekara. Output is always dirgha ekara for a and e combinations. Whether they themselves are dirgha hrisva, immaterial. In the end, the result is a dirgha ekara. Ekara comes only in dirgha. Nechati. So naichati becomes n plus echati, nechati. Like that. Okay. Then suryodayaha from the third sentence. Suryodayaha ramaniyaha bhavati. Oh, let me say the meaning of the earlier one. Saha alasyam na ichchati means he laziness he doesn't like. So some good fellow, some sajjanaha. Saha alasyam na ichchati. Suryodayaha ramaniyaha bhavati. So the sunrise, beautiful it is. It happens. It is like that. Okay. It's a present tense. So it is. So Suryodayaha is a construction of Surya and Udayaha. So actually it is a samastapada. By the way, these are not individual what we call as complete words. Udayaha is a complete word because it has a suffix and all that. Okay, but Surya is a stem, is only the stem of the sun, sound of sun. So his first Pratama Vibhakti would be Surya. But in this Vibhakti, here the construction is Suryasya Udayaha. the rising of the sun, Suryasya Udayah is the original Samastapadas Vigraha Vakya, we call it. So if you want to break this word into Surya and Udaya in the sentence, you cannot say Suryaha Udayaha Ramaniyaha Bhavati. That is totally all incorrect. You have to say Suryasya Udayaha Ramaniyaha Bhavati if you want to separate it out. But once you have made a Samastapada, you have to do the Sandhi. Sandhi is a Nitya in Samasa, we call it. The Sandhi Karya is involved. It's a kind of internal Sandhi for the Samastapada. So it is a Nitya. It has to be done. So Suryodayaha is the only way we can pronounce the Samastapada. Okay. So Akara, Ukara, Okara is generated from the Guna. Okay. Guna set. So A, U, O. So basically E generates A, U generates O, but the first leading, the tail letter of the first word or the first swara should be Akara. Okay, that is important. The second can be E, U, and then R, and L is not there in Sarala Samskrita, so there is no reference here. Okay, so Bhakta, yes, madam.
So when you said it is Suryasya Udayaha is the original, so then why didn't we have Sandhi between those two, and why is it not Suryasya Udayaha?
Very, very good question. Sanskritam has a great, beautiful grammar called Samastapadas. Okay. So in order to release your pain of knowing so many vibhaktis, they teach you a technique of joining together popular activities, phrases into one common word. Okay. Suryodaya has become a new word now. Okay. So you don't have to remember all the color of Suryodaya as Surya ka Uday. उसको भूल के सूर्योदय ऐसा साथ में बोल सकते हैं आप. ठीक है. That is the technique. That is called samasa. Okay. Sama asa. Together they are there. Okay. When they go together, the first word loses its vibhakti rupa. Got it? So Suryasya, the asya goes away, elites. It becomes lupta in the samasa. Okay. So so we know how to bring it back, because we know the meaning of the Samastapada. From the meaning of the Samastapada, you know how it originated. Suryasya Udayaha. So that's right. You will never say Suryaya Udayaha. You will never say the translation of that as for the sake of sun, the rising. No, it is of the sun, the rising of the sun. Right? That's all. So,
in lesson 1 we learned Udayamanasya Suryasya, like that.
Right. Yeah. So when something loses its vibhakti, when we're doing a sandhi, it doesn't become its pratipadikam, like it wouldn't become Suryaha, because then that will become Visarga Sandhi. It will remain only
No. Suryaha is also a vibhakti form, right? So it just the stem, what we call pratipadika, just you use the correct title. Pratipadika is the stem of the noun, that is Surya. Akaranta Surya Shabdaha. Surya alone is the stem. Okay. So Rama Shabdaha, like that we say, no, Rama is the stem. So Surya is the stem. So stem plus second word. Okay.
This is true for all Namapadas, Mahoday.
Samasa is only between Namapadas, except from rare cases Kriyapada participates. Samasa is essentially between Namapadas.
So wherever there's a Namapada with a Vibhakti, we drop the Vibhakti, take the Pratipadikam form and do the Sandhi.
It's not that easy, but I'll take that sentence. Don't take that as the Pranini Sutra for the whole thing.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. I am also struggling with samasa. There are very complex samasas also in Sanskrit. Anyway, and another problem is if it is a small samasa like this, very easy for us. But sometimes there are 7-8 words in one samasa pada. Okay. Consecutively, they are brought into a samastapada, right? Action 1, I mean, word 1, word 2, word 3, word 1 with word 2, then word 1 plus word 2 as a combined new word plus word 3, then them together as a word n and word 4, like that they keep going. And each of the samasa can be different. Some of them can be some shashti, some sambandha, I mean tatpurusha samasa, some of them can be bhuvrihi. You will learn that in time. As part of this Samskrita teaching that you are going to do, by the time you hit Kovida, I think in Kovida level, you will learn samasas also. Okay?
Okay, Mahoday, thanks.
Bhaktaha Gangodakam Pibati. The Bhakta, the follower of God, Gangodakam. So the water of Ganga, I mean in this case it is probably Tirtha of the god, Pibati, so he drinks. Okay, so Gangodakam is considered also of Ganga plus Udakam. So Ganga, again this is Gangayaha Udakam in the original. So of the river, the water, Udakam is water, right? So Gangayaha Udakam, Gangodakam, A plus U, O. So this is again a Gunasandhi, Gangodakam. Okay, whenever you see in the result Ekaras, Okaras and Arkaras, Maharshihi, Ar sound. Okay, so Maha Rishihi, Maharshihi. We can almost tell it now. See, Maha Rishihi, just from the Maha Ishvaraha, same way. Maha Rishihi, Maharshihi, Ar. Okay, so Gangodakam. So Saha Maharshihi Asti, that Maharshi is there. We already saw Maharshi. Let us go to the last one. Gramar Shabaha. See, Grama Ar Shabaha. Rishabaha is there originally. So Grama Rishabaha. Those of you who live in villages, small villages, you know this. There will always be one temple bull roaming around in the village. So that is called the temple bull. In Samskrita it's also called Grama bull. I mean the village bull. So Gramarshavaha Swechaya Sancharati. So the village bull with freedom. Swechaya, with freedom. Okay. Sancharati, it moves around. Svecha, Svechaya. Sita, Sitaya, like that. Okay. So it moves around. Sancharati. Samyak Charati. Properly it moves like that. Charana, Char Dhatu. That is actually one of the dhatus for moving. There are so many dhatus for movement. So Gramarshabha Svechaya Sancharati. So Gramarshabha, Grama plus Rishabha, Arsh. So Grama plus Gram, A will go away into the Ar. So Gram plus Ar plus Shabaha. So Gramarshabha it will become. So Rikara completely goes away into a Repa. We call it Arkavatu in Kannada. I don't know what it's called. We call it the post letter Repa like that, but it's to be pronounced before. This Repa Sanya, when you see it above the next letter, you read that as a Rakara first. So Gramar Mar Shah, Gramar Shabaha. So Shah comes after Rakara. Though it is in the head, it is not a Swara sign. That one hook sign, we know it is actually a Vyanjana sign. Looks like a Swara sign on top in normal to the South Indian eye, but it is a Vyanjana sign. Gramar Shabaha. All right. So let's move forward. So we already did this slide. So now some examples they are giving. Okay. So just to learn, Raja plus Ishwari, Rajeshwari, A plus E, A. So A plus E, A. So in your question answer, you may need to, they will just give like this. They will say Raja plus Ishwari equal to dash, and you need to fill in the bracket detail also to complete get your 1 marks. Okay, typically 1 marks will be for such an answer, very easily gettable. So Raja plus Ishwari, Rajeshwari, and you write A plus EA and sometimes Guna Sandhi. Next to that, nice it will be. Okay, let us do all that. It's not too much time. Maha plus Unnatihi, A plus U, so O should generate, right? Mahonnatihi, A plus U, O, Guna Sandhi. Gana plus Ishaha, Ganeshaha, A plus E, Hrisva A plus Dirgha E, but still one single Ekara. So Ganeshaha, Ganeshaha. Lamba plus Udaraha, again his own name. Ganesha has so many names. So Lambodaraha, A plus U, O. So he has 2 types of Gunasandhis with him. Plus U, O. Raja iti, A plus E. Okay, again A plus E, so A. So Rajeti, Rajeti, like that. Okay. Deva plus Rishihi, A plus R. So R will generate, no? So Dev plus R plus Shihi. So Devarshihi. So and Rakara goes on top of the next consonant like that. Devarshihi. This is a way of writing. This Repa that is leading the next letter is written like that. It's a little off-putting because it's all the way in the end there, but it's to be read first. Okay. A plus Ru, R. When you stand alone write it, it looks like a Rakara with a Halant, that normal Repasanya. But in the combined symbol, it goes in as a accessory to the next letter. Remember that. Sarvasya Upari. See again the same Repa is there. but the Sandhi Karya is somewhere else. So sometimes questions like this are easy because they have already split it. Suppose they give you these sentences and ask you to do the Sandhi Vibhajanam, then it becomes a little confusing. You should know your stems. Oh, you know Maha is a stem, you know Ishvara is a stem. So you should know your words. That's why you should know your words. Surya is a stem, Udaya is a stem, like that Ganga is a stem, Udaka is a stem. That knowledge also over time you will get it. As you read more and more, that knowledge will gain. But this is easier. They already sometimes lay it out like this, and all you have to do is do this job. It's easy to perform the Sandhi. Breaking is usually a little bit more strenuous. Synthesis versus analysis, we call it. Okay. Gana Ishaha Lambodara Raja iti Rajeti Devarshi finished. Sarvasya Upari. So it's Akara plus Ukara. So Okara. Sarvasya Upari. So A plus U, O. Then Ch plus Iti. A plus E, A. Cheti. Very easy. Cheti. A plus E, A. Mata plus Iva. Mata. Akara you take it out. Ikara you take it out. So Mat. Halanta will remain. A plus E will become A. Va remains. So Mat plus A plus Va. So that is Mateva. Like that. Okay. So the Halantata combines with the following swara Ekara. So Ekara goes into the Takara. So I mean goes with the Takara, I should say. So Mateva, like that. All right. So swaras always travel left to the closest consonant. Kshira udadihi. Kshira udadihi. Kshirodadihi. Actually, both are products of cow. Kshira is the milk. Udadihi is curds, I think. Okay. So Kshirodadihi. Sometimes just dadihi is enough. I don't know. Rarely have seen udadihi form in standalone usage, but seems to be there. Okay. Kshirodadihi. Okay. Tough time for you guys. So let's hear the answers. Paropakaraha.
Paraha plus upakaraha.
Madam,
Paraha plus upakaraha.
Lalita ji, why do you always do the vibhakti form? There is only stem. Para plus upakaraha. Okay. There is no paraha. There is no visarga there. Okay. Don't introduce visarga. Okay. Para plus upakaraha. Got it, Lalita ji?
No. Yes, sir.
Para plus upakaraha, paropakaraha. A plus U, O. Okay, very good. Shitoshnam. Yeah. Oh, all of you have answered correctly. Correct. All of you answered correct. Shita plus Ushnam. Akara plus Ukara, Okara. Uttamottamam. Okay. Uttama plus Uttamam. So one is Akaranta, Uttama, and next one is U starting. Uttama plus Uttamam. Uttamottamam. Very good. A plus O. Yes, madam.
In this, when you're splitting, it can also be Uttama plus Uttamam, right? I mean, how do we know which linga it was?
Uttama is when you actually drag it into a Strilinga. Okay.
Correct. So that could also be a authentic
the
split,
Pratipadika,
right?
no, the Pratipadika is just Uttama. Okay.
Correct.
The stem is Uttama, Akaranta. Then in Pullinga it goes to Uttamaha. In Strilinga it goes to Uttama. You're right. But Uttamam is there next. It is not Uttamam or something. So Uttamam. But you're right. Even if it is Uttama, it is still O only generates because Hrisva Akara or Dirgha Akara only generate O. So even if it is Uttama plus Uttama, let us assume that the construction is Uttama plus Uttama. Okay. Suppose there is a lady called Uttama, another lady called Uttama, and both of them we are joining. So we are not doing the Uttama, but we are doing them as a Sandhi. Uttama as a Sandhi. Then we write Uttamottama only. Okay. There the breakup may be A plus U. Now whether it was A plus U or A plus U, how do you know? Sandarbha. You cannot alone tell just by looking at the word. You need to go to the Sandarbha of the sentence. Okay. So you need to know the context. Then you can say, yeah, there are two Uttamas there, like that. Okay. Sometimes it is guess, sometimes it is clear. Okay.
So without that sandarbha, when you're splitting, both versions should be okay, right?
You are right, but here the context is uttamam, so I will go with uttama plus uttamam. Okay, but you are right. In some weird, if we are not worried about all the grammar, uttama plus uttamam is also correct answer.
Thanks.
But you are challenging. If you get a good evaluator who knows his grammar completely, you are lucky.
No, I'll just go with the popular version then.
Try to go with the popular version, but please don't worry much. I am just joking. Okay. Next, ardorukam. All of them are okaras. Ardha plus urukam. Dirgha ukara. Ardha plus urukam. Mahapranadha. So ardha plus urukam. Little bit hakara has to come because of Mahaprana. Ardha plus urukam. Ardorukam. Half pants. Shorts. Beautiful construction. Okay. Vasantartuhu. I almost gave away. So Vasanta plus Rutuhu. A plus R, ar. Okay. Guna Sandhi. Rajarshihi. Very easy. Here you see here Raja plus Ishwari, Rajeshwari. The stem is just Raja is been used here. Okay, so we can go the same way Raja. But if you end up saying Raja, it is okay. It's actually Pratama Ekavachana form for Raja. Okay, Raja. Actually, stem is Rajan. Okay, what happened? Just give me it. I think I have to go all the way. Lost the position. Sorry.
Did the doctor say anything else?
Okay, so Vasanta Rutu, Raja plus Rushihi. So just stay with the Hrisva stem. So it's Rajarshihi. Okay. Yeah, what was the question?
Yeah, if you look at the examples first and then fifth, you have Raja, and then the fifth one you have Raja. So again, that brings back that same point, right? That you can use both versions.
You can use both, yes, correct. See here, I'll tell you the difference because you are asking.
But
Rajeshwari is a Samastapada. Raja iti is not a Samastapada. Okay, but it will take some maturity to recognize that it is actually two different words colliding. Both have vibhakti, so there is no vibhakti elision. Okay, so Raja iti is two words. Okay, so Saha Raja iti sarve vadanti. So he is king. So everybody says. So Raja is actually a vibhakti form. So in this, remember, sandhis can be external or internal, right? So in I wish Sanskrit Bharati had avoided giving Samastapada sandhis, but they have given. So when Samastapada sandhis come, you should know your stem very well. Okay, when Asamastapada is there, it's very easy because everything is there in the final. So Raja plus iti like that, you know this form. But if you end up writing Raja plus iti, you will get your marks, I think. Okay, because they are trying to see whether you did the Gunasandhi properly, not whether you got the stem right and all that. Okay. But there is a difference.
Mahodaya, in Rajarshi shabde, Raja plus Rishi eva agachati, yatah Rishihi pullinge asti khalu.
परंतु अत्रापि राजा इति पुल्लिंगे एव अस्ति. सर्वत्र राजा इति पुल्लिंगे एव. For queen there is a different name. Okay, so Raja is always pullinga. Yeah. Rajarshihi. Okay, so Raja plus Rishi, Rajarshihi, Raja plus Rishi. Write both answers. Don't worry. Okay, Nagendraha. Naga plus Indraha. A plus EA. Arunodayah. Aruna plus Udayaha. Odaya. So A plus U O. Okay. Then Padonam. When do we use Padonam? You guys remember Padonam?
Yes.
Time. Padona Chaturpadane. Quarter two. Quarter less than, like that. Okay, very good. Una is actually means reduction, less. Okay. Padonam is reduction of 1 quarter. Okay. Then Mahotsavah.
Maha
Maha Utsava. Akara plus Ukara. Akara plus Ukara, Okara. Mahotsavah. Excellent. You guys are ready there. So joining the words is very easy. Okay. Raja plus Indraha.
Rajendra.
Rajendraha. A plus E, A. Mithila plus Ishaha. Again Ekara. Okay. Mithila, A plus E, A. Okay. Pita plus Iti. Again Ekara. A plus E, A. Piteti. Okay. Yatha plus Ishtam. You see, it sounds like Yataishtam or something like that. It sounds like Yakara generates, but this is where you start being very careful. A plus E, so again Guna, Yatheshtam. Okay, Yatheshtam. Because if you pronounce it, sometimes it sounds like Yataishtam, Yataishtam, I sound comes, so Yataishtam can be there. But no, it is not. It is not that way. Okay? Param Unnatam. Okara. Paramonnatam. A plus U. Okara. Na Uktam. Again Okara. Again Okara. Noktam. Very good. This is the somebody was struggling with what this is kakara with a takara following that. Okay. Purusha plus Uttamaha. Again Okara. Purushottamaha. They have given it all in sequence. A, O, like that. Maha plus Rinam. Ar. So Rikara goes to Ar. So Maha plus Rinam. So A plus R. Ar. Maharanam. So don't write Maharanam. You will be tempted to write Maharanam. Remember, that's where you lose your marks. Okay. So because though there is a Dirgha Akara, please kindly note Akara is there. That's what I have written here. Note A for A. Okay. Be very careful here. Okay. Maharanam. Echo is coming. Sorry. So few of them. Ninth one. Prachina plus Uktihi. Very, very easy. No confusion. Prachinoktihi. Shruta plus Rishihi. Here luckily Srisva Akara only is there. So Shrutarshi is out. Excellent. So now we come to Sangrahya Vishayaha. We are running out of time. Let me rush through. Okay, I will mute everyone. Okay. So Sangrahya Vishayaha, collectible items. Famous 5. So today we have moved to number 5. So Panchakanyaha. Oh, there is one famous shloka, no? Panchakanya Asmare Nityam, something like that. Here it is. See the $sign below. Ahalya, Draupadi, Sita, Tara, Mandodari, Tata, Panchakanya Smare Nityam, Mahapatakanashanam, something like that. We are told to read this before sleeping and things like that in childhood. So it is one of those from that. Okay. If we remember those old childhood shlokas, these are all very easy to spin out. Anyway, Ahalya, Draupadi, Sita, Tara, Mandodari. Okay. So, it's very interesting. Sita and Mandodari are in the same list. Ahalya, Sita and Mandodari, all of them come in Ramayana. I don't know where Taraji comes, but Draupadi comes definitely in Mahabharata.
Tara also Mahabharata only.
Tara is also
Kishkinda. Oh, right. She is also in Ramayana. Correct. There is a Tara and she. Yeah. It's all. So 4 characters are from Ramayana.
Vali's wife.
Vali's wife. Correct. Actually,
wife.
Yeah, correct. Okay. Pancha Pandavaha. Yudhishthira, very easy. I hope we will get this in exam. Yudhishthira, you can also write Dharmarajaha, no problem. Bhimaha, Arjunaha, Nakulaha, Sahadevaha. Okay. Remember with the correct vibhakti. Don't write Bhima, Arjuna like that. Don't anymore be non-Sanskritam. So write Bhimaha, Arjunaha. If it is Strilinga, then you have to write Sita. All those things. Carefully, you have to note the Pratama Ekavachana forms. Okay, very easy. Pancha Pandava. Then Pancha Bhutani. So there are different types of Bhutani, but anyway, the one that they have given are the creation Bhutani. Okay, the 5 elements of nature, we call them in our Hindu and Jain and Buddhist philosophy and all origin. No? They refer to these forms, right? So Prithvi, Apaha, Tejaha, Vayuhu, Akashaha. In fact, it is in the reverse order. The genesis is from right to left. Akashaha, Akashat, Vayuhu, Vayoho, Tejaha, Tejasa, Apaha, Apat, Prithvi, something like that comes. There is a beautiful phrase. Oh, Tejaha is another alternative for Agni. Okay. Tejas is given to Agni.
Akashat Vayu, Vayu, Agnihi, Agni, Apaha.
I think the order is slightly probably here there. It's okay. No, actually Akasha, Vayu, Teja. Correct. Actually, it is correct. It is in the correct reverse order. Okay. So Prithvi, Apaha, Tejaha, Vayuhu, Akasha. So basically the primordial matter, Prithvi is here referring to earth in the end, but you can call it as the solid material of the world. Then water, liquid materials. Then energy, Tejaha, fire. Then the air or the gaseous element, and emptiness or space is Akasha. Okay. Not really emptiness, we call it space. Okay. Ether is the correct translation in English. Okay, beautiful construction. Pancha Bhutani. Okay, then Pancha Angani, 5 Angas. Again, you see here, these are all from, there are some various verses are there historically. But this is, if you remember, we all know, when somebody writes Pancha plus Angani like this, we don't know what it is. Panchanga we all know. So actually read that as Panchangani. Okay, Panchanga means 5 elements of a calendar, of a Indian calendar, Hindu calendar, let's call it. Okay, so that is Titihi, Vasaraha, Nakshatram, Yogaha, Karanam. Okay, Titihi, you would have encountered these words, you know, when you need to do some Amavasya Paddhati like that, right? Titihi is some kind of a period of time. Vasaraha is a weekday. Okay, Nakshatram is the star day. So each day the star shifts, and sometimes they shift at different times. So like that. And yoga and karana, I also don't know. They are also terms of Panchanga. Okay, so it's like
Yoga
Madam.
has to do with nakshatram. Every nakshatra has a yoga, and karanam is half of Tithi.
Karanam is
half of Tithi. Tithi
so
is like 15-day cycle, right? And Karana is half of that.
30 cycles of Karana. Okay.
Yeah, so every Tithi will have 2 Karanas. Every day is 1 Tithi, and every Tithi will have 2 Karanas.
2 Karanas. Okay, okay. And there will be 7 Tithis in a Vasara. And they haven't written Paksha and all that. But anyway, these are the 5, when the calendar is read, these are the titles we know. Today, what is the Tithi? What is the Vasara? Adya Buddha Vasaraha, Rohini Nakshatram, some Shubha Yoga, some Karana. If we don't know, we just call it Shubha Yoga, Shubha Karana. Good Yoga, good Karana, like that. Okay. Next, let me mute because a lot of crosstalk coming. Okay. Next is Panchabanaha. Oh, these are the famous arrows of Manmata. Okay. At the right age, we all are, enslaved by these banas, right? So I like the color of how we describe these things. Aravindam, Ashokam, Chutam, Navamallika, Nilotpalam. 5 banas. In fact, not only we identify the 5 arrows of Manmata, we also identify the 5 arrow tips also. You see this verse here. Interesting. There's nothing needed for syllabus. I'm just putting it here. Aravindam Ashokam cha Chutam cha Navamallika Nilotpalam cha Panchete Panchabanasya Sayakaha Unmadas Stapanascha Unmadanam Sthapanah cha Shoshanah Stambanah stata Sammohana cha Kamasya Panchabanaha Prakirtita. If you actually break this into the original forms, see, these are the 5 stages of somebody going into Mohavasta, somebody falling into love. Okay, so these are the various elements of falling into love. How much study of everything our ancients did is to be appreciated. They analyzed how act of love or falling in love happens, and recognize the various stages and the methods by which somebody can be placed in love. Okay, so they are giving that as 5 arrow tips of Manmata, like that. Pancha Banaha Prakirtitaha. Okay. Sometimes you can read it as 2 different sets of names of 5. But anyway, what we have to remember is this Aravindam, Ashokam, Chutam, Navamallika, Nilotpalam, like that. If you can remember, try to remember what you can. Okay, don't struggle too much. Read it a few times. Sometimes will stick.
These are flower names, no, Mahoday, but they are strategies to fall in love or something.
They may be also names of flowers. Some of them. Navamallika.
Feeling. I think it is a feeling generated in the mind, I think.
Yeah, it's also name of the flower. She is also correct. They are also names of the flowers. Yeah. In fact, sometimes we in the picture, you know, if you see the Bana, if you see the arrow of Manmata, even his Bana will be like a flower garland like that and all that. Yeah.
No, that is sugar cane.
This Bana is sugar cane. You see the thread, sutra. You see the thread. Sutra will be a flower garland. Yeah.
Flower garland. Yeah.
Even goddess Kamakshi is having it.
Kamakshi is like the lady of Manmata, lady goddess of Manmata.
Ikshu and
yeah, Ikshu. Yeah. Okay. Basically, sugar element, the sweet element is there represented by Ikshu. Pancha Yagnaha. Okay. This is also not too difficult to remember. So Yagna for Devas, for the demigods, Deva Yagnaha, Pitru Yagnaha. Yagnas are the what you call the fire sacrifices we carry out for our forefathers. Pitru Yagnaha, Pitrus are forefathers. Bhuta Yagnaha, the fire sacrifices that we conduct for the sake of welfare of all living beings, especially animals. Okay, and also non-living. Okay, sorry, and also for plants and all that. Bhuta includes Manushya Yagnaha. Those of you who have local noise, try to mute yourself. Manushya Yagnaha. So this is for actual people. So don't read this as these are the pashus for the yagna. Okay. Yes, in ancient times, sometimes sacrificial aspects used to be there, but nowadays all sacrifice for a long time, sacrifices have been representative. For example, some kind of a rice ball is taken and offered as a sacrifice. Okay, they gave up on animal sacrifice and such things long back. So Manushya Yagnaha, Brahma Yagnaha. Oh, this must be the mother of all yagnas. Okay, so this is for the literal Paramatma, Brahman. Okay, don't take this as Chaturmukha Brahma. This is Brahman. This is the Paramatma. Sometimes is used the term Ishvara, sometimes Brahma. Neither of them are Shiva and Chaturmukha Brahma. They are all Puranic gods. The Ishvara Brahma that we use is for the single nameless god named Brahman. Okay.
Pancha you can say it as a Rishi Yajna also. Brahma Yajna or Rishi Yajna. See, by reading their books, so we are fulfilling their Yajna. Brahma Yajna or Rishi Yajna.
Very like good, that. Madam. Thank you for that insight. Thank you for that insight.
This is Atithi Yajna, I think. Manushya Yajna means Atithi Puja. Every day we have
Atithi Puja. Can one of you please explain? So Deva Yajna is clearly for our demigods. Okay.
No, every day Deva Puja is called Deva Yajna, sir. Every day
let me explain to you, sir.
That this is called with Tithi and all, we give Tarpan and all. That is called Pitru Yajna.
Pitru Yajna is the
we feed. That is called
Bhuta Yajna is feeding the animals and things like that. Correct.
Yajna is Atithi Puja.
Atithi Satkara.
Brahma Yajna means every day we have to read some Puranas or something.
Wow. See, if you are actually a Vedic person doing Karma Yoga, then this may actually be specific fire sacrifice rituals. But in the Laukik sense, they have explained it beautifully. So this is our daily pujas that we do. This is the annual functions we do for our, or in Amavasya also we do tarpanas for our forefathers. That one, water offerings, so on and so forth. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Okay, we learn every day. Pancha Upacharaha, the 5 things we offer to God. Okay, during puja, na. Gandha, Pushpam, Dhupaha, Deepaha, Naivedyam. Very easy to understand. So we offer sandal paste, we offer flowers, we offer holy smell through the dhupa, through some kind of a smoking object. Then Deepa, the light, and the Naivedya is the a mixture of banana and other sweets and things like that. Okay, so some kind of eatable, honey, milk, all of them combined. We sometimes get that as prasadam, no? That one. So beautiful. 5 things with which we offer the upachara to God. So it's a symbolic thing to do the Deva Puja, basically. Okay, excellent. So let me read it all once. Time is well past, so very quickly. Ahalya, Draupadi, Sita, Tara, Mandodari, iti panchakanyaha, Yudhishthiraha, Bhimaha, Arjunaha, Nakulaha, Sahadevaha, iti panchabandavaha, Prithvi, Apaha, Tejaha, Vayuhu, Akashaha, iti panchabhutani, Titihi, Vasaraha, Nakshatram, Yogaha, Karanam, iti panchangani, Aravindam, Ashokam, Chutam, Navamallika, Nilotpalam, iti panchabanaha, Manmatasya, Devayagnaha, Pitruyagnaha, Bhutayagnaha, Manushyayagnah, Brahmayagnaha iti panchayagnaha manavanam, Gandha, Pushpam, Dupaha, Deepaha, Naivedyam iti pancha upacharaha devaya. Okay, so great. So there is a tradition of this Shami Vriksha. So this is that white thorn tree, we call it that. It is considered as a holy tree because in Mahabharata it plays a role. So Shami Shamayate Papam Shami Shatru Vinashini Arjunasya Dhanurdhari Ramasya Priyadarshini. So Shami, the tree, Shamayate, okay, Papam. So it removes the papas, it removes the sins. One hopes it's so easy, but anyway, Shami Shatru Vinashini. She is also, the tree is also, it's referred in as feminine sense, but anyway, Shatru Vinashini is also the destroyer of enemies. Arjunasya Dhanurdhari Ramasya. So you can take Dhanurdhari with either of them. Both of them were great experts in Dhanush. So of Arjuna and of Dhanurdhani Rama. Priyadarshini, she is the benevolent one for them. Like that. So Shami is like a Strilinga reference to the tree. Shami. So Priyadarshini.
So Priyadarshini is noun, is it?
Priyam darshayati sa iti Priyadarshini. Sa Shami etan priyam darshayati Priyadarshini. So one who desires dear things for others is Priyadarshini. Okay, let us see the English translation. The Sami tree, Shami tree, actually I should not read a Sami, Shami, there's an accent. Shami tree was very dear to Arjuna and Rama who wields a bow. It destroys one's sins and enemies. There is a practice of distributing Shami, hopefully a small piece, on the day of Vijayadashami. Okay, oh Shami, maybe it comes from that also, who knows. The above shloka is recited on that occasion. Okay, interesting. Folklore is that the Pandavas had hid their weapons in a Shami tree during their exile in hiding. That's how Shami tree got prominence. A gentleman has a question.
So, what I know, this earlier, this bows and arrows were all made of Shami tree.
Perhaps. Okay, you mean it's a strong, it has a strong branch which can be used for Shami tree. But then it is even more significant, right? Then it is directly a Shatru Vinashini and all that. No doubt at all. Yeah. Very good. Thank you. So with that we conclude. Yeah.
In Maharashtra, they give this leaf, two leaves joined together leaf is there, which I think that is Sona, they call it. Maybe that is Shami tree.
Perhaps. But there is also Bilva. Bilva is also there, which is a different tree. You know, especially in Ishvara temples, Bilva.
No. Bilva has 3 leaves.
Correct. 3 leaves. Yeah.
This has 2 leaves.
Oh, okay.
Maharashtrians generally distribute it. I think Vijayadashmi Day. They call it Sona, and they distribute each other.
Sir, great, sir. Sir, when you next time you go for a walk, I don't know in this COVID times what you will be able. If you do happen to have a pair of leaves of Shami, if you can photograph and share on our WhatsApp group.
I will do that.
Yeah, Mahodaya, I want to tell regarding this. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಹಾವೇರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ದು ಹಿರೇಕೆರೂರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಮರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಎಲೆಗಳು ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹುಣಸೆ ಮರದ ಎಲೆಗಳ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೊಡ್ಡದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಬಂಗಾರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಊರನ್ ದೇವ್ರ ಊರನ್ ದೇವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡು ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ನಿಲ್ಸಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬನ್ನಿ ಮಹಾಕಾಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪೂಜೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ದೇವ್ರುಗಳು ಬಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬನ್ನಿ 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 ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಂಗಾರದಂಗ್ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ, ಬಂಗಾರದಂಗಿರೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ.
महोदया किम् उक्तवती, कर्नाटके अपि पद्धति एवमस्ति. कर्नाटके बन्नी वृक्षः इति वदामः. एवमेव यथा महाराष्ट्रदेशे महोदयः उक्तवान् तथैव अस्माभिः अपि बन्नी वृक्षस्य शमी वृक्षस्य पर्णान् किञ्चित् किञ्चित् स्वीकृत्य वयं अस्माकं अग्रजानां कृते दत्वा पूजां कुर्मः. सर्वं शुभकरं भवेत्, सर्वं शुभकरं भवेत् इति आशया एतत् कुर्मः इति सा उक्तवती. कन्नडे उक्तवती इति अहं संस्कृते वदन् अस्मि.
There is one in Madurai Meenakshi Amman temple. It is called Vannimarathu Pillayar. There is one.
Perhaps. In Tamil it is Vanni. Tamil only generate Kannada.
Yeah, Vannimarathu.
Yes. Possibly Banni of Kannada comes from Tamil Vanni. Tamil is our mother language, madam. Yes. Okay. So people have forgotten all that and unfortunate, but yeah, we have. I always say Kannada has two mothers. Okay, it's very lucky. It has its birth mother is Tamil and its adopted mother is Sanskrita.
So you can learn if you are a Tamilian, you can learn Kannadam easily, isn't it?
Should, madam. Theoretically, you should, and vice versa. But both of us have no opposition to learn Sanskritam, so we are going there.
But Shami tree is for this Shani Bhagavan, isn't it?
Maybe also there, but I am not sure about that.
So then I can take photograph and I'll send you, because in Delhi, every house they keep it Shami tree.
Oh, okay. Send it and ask around what is the local name, whether it is Shami and etc.
Okay, I'll ask him, because Hindi and Sanskrit closely it will be there.
Yes. It's a possibility. There is a possibility if you have not let Persian words encroach it. Yeah.
Okay.
What has happened to Hindi is it has moved away from Sanskritam. Yeah.
It looks like the tamarind leaves only.
Actually, the photograph I got also is looks like tamarind tree. So
okay, then it is for Shani Bhagavan. Here they have it.
Okay, madams. Please let us just conclude today. Everybody is tired. I think 36 of you today. I appreciate the patience. So there is this final questions. Very easy. You can do it yourself, but very quickly let us jump in. Kaschit pustake doshah asti. Okay, change the form of the Vishesha according to Visheshana. So here Kaschit is not in the pustake vibhakti, if you see. Okay, kahachit, it is in kaha, but it is pustake, it is. Okay, how do you make it? Kasminchit pustake, because kasmin is saptami ekavachana, pustake is saptami ekavachana. So kasmin you have to substitute and then do the chit. So kasminchit. Okay, so you Visheshana pairing. So everything pops. Okay, anyway, this is more help. So somebody was asking today, right, how to come with it. So I have this table. See, kaha kauke ka. You write this off. Then you know how to add the chit chana. So kasmin plus chit, kasmin chit, like that. Okay, that's how we go. So kasmin plus chit, kasmin chit. Kasminchit. Okay, both the anuswara and the shakara comes. This is one of those complicated nakara transforms. So remember that. Kasminchit pustake doshah asti. Next one, kenachit vrikshat. So kenachit is clearly incorrect.
Kasmachit.
That kasmat takara will become chakara. Kasmat chit will become double chakara. Yeah, kasmat plus chit, kasmat chit. Aham kechana vakyani vadami. Kechana is incorrect. This one is very easy. I hope we get this kind of questions. Kanichana vakyani. Kasanchana mahilaha. See, kasanchana is in singular form. Mahilaha is plural. How do we go?
Kaschana.
Kaschana. Okay. Actually, it is in Dvitiya, the way they have shown Kasam. So it should have been Kaschana. So if you go here, see Ka, Ke, Kaha. Okay, and Kaha plus Chana, Kanschana, like that, Kaschana. So sorry, no Anuswara sound will come, Shakara will come, Kaschana, like that. Okay, so Kaschana. Okay, or Kaschit. You can use Chana or Chit as you desire. Okay, because they have given Chana, you go with Chana. Don't change the Chit to Chana and Chana to Chit, because the original form, whatever they given, Chit or Chana, use that. Okay, so like this. So very easy. Kebhyaschana jananam.
Keshanchana
jananam. Keshanchana jananam. See, jananam is Shashti Bahuvachana. Okay, Janasya Janayoho jananam. So similarly, Kaha Shabda will go to Kesham. Kesham plus Chana. So Keshanchana. So the Makara will elide into a Anuswara Shabda of that Gana, Chakarasya. Okay. Anunasika Vyanjana of Chakara Varga, Chavarga, which is Chacha Jajanya. So Keshanchana, it will become. So Kachit Shalasu. Kachit is incorrect.
Kasuchit.
Kasuchit. Here from Kasu. Saptami Bahuvachana, right? Shalasu in many schools. So Strilinga, Saptami Bahuvachana. I have annotated that also. So that's how it is. So like this. Okay, we are out of time. So choose the correct form and write it in the box. Panchami, Panchama. What do you guess? Panchami. Correct. Panchadashi, Panchadasha. Panchadashi. Very good. Chaturthi, Chaturtha. Chaturthi. Ashtadashi, Ashtadashatami. Ashtadashi. Tami comes only after Vimshati. Vimshati Tami or Vimshati Tama? Vimshati Tami. Okay. Shatatama, Shatatami. Shatatami. Okay. Kasminchit, Kasminchit. See, one place Bindu with Shakara, one place without Bindu.
Bindu is right.
Bindu is right, because Kasmin plus Chit, the Nakara generates both the Bindu and the Shakara. We just saw that, right? So the first form, Kasmin, see, Nakara plus generates Makara plus Shakara. So that Makara goes to Bindu. Kasmin Chit. Okay. So it's little complex Sandhi. Kasma Chit. Kasma Chit. The one with a double Chakara. Yeah. Takara goes to Chakara. So double Chakara generates. So Kasma Chit. So T goes to Ch. Then they combine to Chit form. Well done. You guys are doing very well. The particles, say whether the sentiments are correct or incorrect. The particles Chit and Chana do not give the same meaning.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Both of them generate the same meaning. That is somebody, like that. Okay. The particles Chit and Chana denote a non-specific object or person. Correct. It's exactly the reason why we use the Chit and Chana, to make it non-specified. Yeah. In Guna Sandhi, last vowel of the former word is E.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. It is which?
Or
Hrisva Akara or Dirgha Akara. Very good. You can, when you give answer, you can, if you know, you can write the right answer also. Yeah, right reason also. Tamaha, Tami, Tamam can be added to Dasha.
Incorrect.
It is just Dashaha, like that, right? So Tama, Tami and all come from Vimshati Tama onwards. Okay. So it is Dashamaha, Dashama, Dashami, Shamyatam, just now we did that. Okay, like that. See, it is Dashaha, Dashi, Dasham, like that. Something I have written. Don't worry about that. Anyway, Mahaushadihi is an example of Gunasandhihi.
Incorrect.
No.
Because Aukara is not in Guna, right? Only Ekara, Okara and Arkara has to come. So Mahaushadha is, it's Maha Aushadhi, Mahoshadhi. Aushadhi is there, so it is actually not having the Guna Sandhi. It is A plus
Okay,
Aukara.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Vriddhi Sandhi actually. Okay, all right, guys. Take care. Very long day. Have a nice day. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Be fresh.
Thank you, sir.